Okay, next thing we're going to go over is the broadcast feature. So the way that you're going to access this is by clicking on the little BluLink icon at the top, and we'll click on home, and then we will go to broadcasts, which is on the far left here. And what this is essentially like, let's say you have added like whatever 20 people to your wholesaler tab, and you want to send them all a message asking them if they have any new properties. Instead of copying and pasting the same DM to each person, you can send them all a broadcast. So it's essentially just going to be setting it up, hitting go, and it's going to send the messages for you. So I'm going to show you how to send the broadcast. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to actually set up the DM that you want to send, because they're two separate parts. So after you've set up the DM, the way that you're going to send the DM then is create broadcast. You're going to choose the tag or label. We're going to do label. So let's say we want to send it to all of our Bay Area wholesalers. You can select the gender. I never have a reason to do that. The interval. So the interval is the amount of time between each message being sent. So keep in mind, this product is integrated directly into Facebook, and Facebook has a lot of anti-spam like algorithms and softwares. So they're always trying to catch if people are essentially spamming users. So this is a way for us to kind of stay compliant with the rules. So it is always recommended that you go higher. The safest option is always going to be 10 minutes. So it'll send a message, it'll wait 10 minutes, it'll send the next message. So it's a long and slow game. With a grain of salt, feel free to explore what works for you and how sensitive your account is. If you're just starting out, definitely start high. Definitely start high. But if you're sending hundreds of DMs every day, I'm not going to say anything, but I'm just saying, if you know what I mean. So 10 minutes, because that is the best practice. The message group is the DM that I'm going to show you how to set up. But let's say I'm going to do this one. Hey, just checking in. Any deals coming up? Boom. Schedule in 2 minutes. So 2 minutes is the quickest way, or the quickest setting. So it'll send it right away. Or you can schedule it out for later. So let's say I'm like, no, I don't want to send it now. I want to send it in 2 hours. You can do that then. One thing to keep in mind, this will only trigger and run as long as your computer is on. So don't schedule it for 2 a.m. if your computer is not going to be on at 2 a.m. So always schedule it for a time that you know that you're going to be at your computer and you're going to be working. So the safest thing that I always do essentially is going to be triggering it to send now, because I'm going to be on my computer now. So I'm going to keep it there. Limit number of people for broadcast. So let's say the message or the group that you want to send it to, the Bay Area wholesaler, you actually have like 300 people in the group. That's a lot of people. So let's say, well, today I just want to send to 50 of them. So then I'm going to type in 50. The one thing to keep in mind too is once you've sent this, I know it's kind of grayed out in the back, but behind here, it's going to, once you hit send broadcast, it'll show you, it'll like put all that information here in the back, like that it's sending now, who it's sending to, what message it's sending to, how many people, etc., etc. Under status, this is going to, after 50 people, it's going to pause. So then tomorrow, if you're like, well, I want to send to the next 50, you just have to hit resume, and it'll send to the next 50. And then you can follow up, so forth. Next day, you can send to another 50 by just clicking resume. So we can limit it to 50, or you can just keep it blank and it'll send it to everyone. There are these automated actions after a message has sent. Okay, I'm going to go through them. Bear with me. I love 2 of these a lot, and I will mention the rest. Honorable mention. So Change label is a great feature especially if you are using a pipeline. So let's say you have a pipeline where you have like a follow-up 1 and a follow-up 2 and a follow-up 3. Change label, if you select it and you scroll down, then you select the next one. I think we can do, you'll see here's like the pipeline. I don't have anything set up here that has like a follow-up 1, follow-up 2, so please use your imagination. So I'm sending it to my Bay Area wholesaler, and then I'm going to move them along in the pipeline to follow-up 1, whatever. I would just select that one then. So let's just say I'm selecting follow-up 1, or whatever the next one in the sequence is. When I hit send broadcast, it'll automatically change them from their current label to the next label. Next one is add new tags or remove tags. Pretty self-explanatory. I've gone over the tag feature. I'm really hoping that we can have the development team update the tag feature soon. If you are utilizing them, you're more than welcome to add or remove tags here. Pretty self-explanatory. You can add notes about the person. You would do that here. This is the notes that are then visible in the quick chat. Here, I'll show you. These ones. So after you've sent the broadcast, then the note would show up there. The last feature, and probably my favorite feature, is the archive message. So what this does is if you send out 50 messages, then those messages are going to show up here. They're all going to show up here. The first 50. Which is going to clog your inbox, which is really annoying. But if you archive the messages that you send, let's say you send out all 50, they will automatically go to the archive. And then when the person responds, then and only then do they show up in your inbox. And that way you'll be able to respond to the people that are messaging you back without losing them with all of the messages that you've sent out. So that is a phenomenal feature. And that should be just about everything. I think I can, let's just do, here, I'll show you what it looks like. I don't think I have anyone in that one. So I don't know if it'll do it if I don't have, so this is what it'll look like. Here's the date and time, the label, the message group. I don't have a limit. The action, I'm going to change the label after it's done. It's sending out to 0 people and it's sent 0 messages. This is the status, which is saying that it's scheduled. I can also delete it if I want. But again, like I had told you, this will then turn into a pause and play situation if you want to resume the next 50 the next day. So that is everything. This is one of the longest videos, so that was a lot of information. Always feel free to reach out to support if you are stuck. But I should have gone over everything. So good luck with your broadcasts.